What's up, fam? What's up, fam? What's up? So I'm making this video right here in response to one of my bros, you know what I'm saying? It dawned on me today because I was talking to one of my partners, and I told her that I was gonna shoot her a video explaining some of the things we were talking about in our conversation. And then I went to my catalog of my YouTube videos, and man, like, I don't know, I want to say a third of my videos are not even there no more. And man, I didn't take them down. And in one of my videos, I noticed, because I played it, because I knew that I was talking about it in this one specific video, this video was cut. I mean, I don't post videos. Everybody know I'm long-winded. Sorry about that, but I just be having so much to say, and I'll be trying to think about it all. But that video was like 3 minutes long. Like, are you freaking kidding me? I could say grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, and you know, crap and stuff like that, you know, for 3 minutes. Like, man, so yeah, YouTube is on their shenanigans again. So I figure that I'll just make one real quick while I'm on my way to the gym. Yeah, y'all know when I got on this blue shirt, I'm on my way to the gym. But it's clean, because every day when I come back from the gym, I stop in the laundry room and I drop it off. Okay, so that's how that go. Everything I got on, after I get out the shower, I walk down to the stairs to the laundry room and I put it in the washing machine every day, so don't trip. So what we were talking about, she was, you know, kind of pissed off at all the dogmatic religion and ideologies that, you know, some of her family and friends were forcing on her timeline and in her on her message app, and you know, and I think she said texting her too on her personal phone. It's like, damn, easy, you know. And I think I could kind of like understand where they're coming from, because they love her, you get what I'm saying, and they just don't know that if she's right or not, because, you know, she's living a lesbian lifestyle or whatever, but they don't know if she's right or not. All they know is the dogma that they've been taught from generation to generation to generation. Like myself, you know, fire and brimstone, you're gonna die and go to hell, da 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 da. And this girl, she's just living her truth. I mean, she's like, well, damn, you know, I'm just being me. You know, I'm just living my truth or whatever. And, you know, and so she has some, you know, issues with that. And she was like, just leave me alone. Just quit forcing your ideologies down my throat. She's like, I don't force my gay lifestyle on y'all. So, you know, what's the deal? And so then I ran up on one of her posts, and you know, I started hollering at her about little things, because I too went through the same thing, you get it? So you know, I started, you know, just, you know, chatting it up with her like a, you know, a real homie should or whatever. And so, you know, I told her that I was gonna forward her one of my videos, but like I said, that had happened. So let me just go ahead and kind of like recap on what YouTube cut off. So first of all, everything is energy. Everything we see, everything we hear, everything that's everything, even the unseen, is energy vibrating at specific frequencies. And whatever that encoded information is vibrating in those frequencies, it gives it a what do you call it? It gives it a command to form an arm, form a head, form some shades, form this Camaro, you know, whatever. I'm just saying, everything you see and even don't see has specific encoded information, and it commands it to form or to call forth whatever. Okay, so since we know that, you and I are energies vibrating at specific frequencies, forming who we are. Okay, so this is a duality planet. Okay, you got to think of this planet. This planet is like a video game. You got to wrap your mind around things like this. This planet is like a video game, and every soul being within this planet, you know, we all came down here to use this video game, so to speak, as our evolutionary obstacle course. Okay, now we all came down here to evolve, you know, according to our evolutionary process. Because let me tell you this, all soul beings don't come from the same orbit system. We all don't come from the same galaxy. You know, we come from different stars. Different planets are stars, okay? We come from different stars, different planets, you know, throughout various galaxies, okay? So with that being said, we all come down here with a certain batch of information, energies encoded within us to put us on a path toward our particular evolution, okay? So this planet down here is a video game, like I said. And in this video game, it's just like Miss Pac-Man. You know, Miss Pac-Man, her goal is to get to the end of the board, eat all the dots that feed her. You know, or the dots is the obstacle. Let me see, does she get points for dots? Yeah, to eat all the dots that actually feed her and give her energy along her pathway in an effort to destroy all her obstacles, her opponents, the ghosts that are in her way. And then every now and then she'll come up on a power pellet. That's a kundalini, I want to say. That's a kundalini source of energy, batch of energy that she can eat, because when she eats that power pellet, it gives her a lot of points, meaning it gives her a lot of energy. So with that being said, you got to wrap your mind around that here too. So we're the same, just like Miss Pac-Man. We came down here to you know, to evolve beyond our enemies, this our obstacle course, and to eat all the you know, to destroy all the obstacles that stand in our path. Okay, so in this video game, we got the obstacle course is full of deception and truth, and they both go hand in hand. Why? Because this is a duality planet. What we call so-called negative and so-called positive, they have to coexist together, because you can't grow and you can't evolve if this was just a straight positive world. You always need something negative to be able to challenge you. And when you are challenged, you have an opportunity to arise to that challenge by you know, standing above it and gathering and seeking the knowledge, you know, that when you apply it turns into wisdom. And when it turns into wisdom, you grow your light, expansion. You level up in your game. In the level of your game, you go to a higher level, okay? So let's just think all the levels here are called programs, okay? And all the programs are filled with ideologies and certain ways of doing things, okay? Now, that they're not all accurate. They're not all beneficial, I should say. And it reminds me of the scripture when in a conglomerate book of scripts, because I call the Bible the conglomerate book of scripts. Why? Because the Bible is filled of deception and truth. And they were taken, the Bible was comprised of all different writings on the wall, glyphs, scrolls, passages, parables combined into one. Both, like I said, both deceptional and both truthful. And like I said, this is permissible in this duality planet, because you have to have a balance of you know, so-called negative, so-called positive. And so it is our duty as soul beings. Soul beings are the players in this video game. You notice I said all the soul beings came from different parts of the different galaxies and the cosmos and stuff like that. Okay, so keep in mind that everybody here, keep in mind that everybody here living on this planet Earth looking like a human being is not actually a soul being. They don't have a soul. They don't all have a soul. Some of them are matrix implants, and I'll tell you why. So when I was saying that Paul said it right in the conglomerate book of scripts, it's a scripture where he says that all things are permissible for you, but all things are not beneficial for you. Meaning, this is a free will planet. You can partake of anything in this free will planet that you want to, okay? But all things are not beneficial for you, okay? Some things will raise your vibrations very high, and some things will lower your vibrations, okay? And when vibrations is because, like I said, everything is energy. So vibrations are prevalent and inevitable. I mean, everything has a vibration to it. So, but frequencies is levels, okay? So, for instance, if you're doing things on a low vibrational scale, which is low, then you're on a low vibrational frequency, okay? Then that means everything on that low vibrational frequency is privy to fall into your life. Okay, because that's the frequency that you vibrate on. So the higher you raise your energy up, the higher frequency level that you go to, and then those things on that frequency level you're privy to that could fall into your life if you know how to pull them in. Okay, so that's just how that go. So when I tell you about, when I say vibrations, raise your vibrations and lower your vibrations, is another. I'm just thinking now, another one of my friends asked me, like, expound on that, dog, because you keep saying raise and lower your vibration. What the hell is that? Okay, so basically, this is a physical body. It appears to be a physical body, right? But like I said, everything is energy, okay? So we have many different chakras, and chakras are energy wheels, energy centers, okay? But there are 7 main chakras that we have that are actively functioning and that we focus on in this matrix, in this world, in this realm and reality, okay? So let me see. Let's start with the first chakra. The first chakra is in your pelvic area, and it's red. It's depicted as a red energy center, okay? And this chakra is for, it's called your root chakra because it's for your foundation, okay? I'm looking at, sorry you guys, that text coming through too, because people on my website. And I need to know how many orders I need to fill by the time I get home. I like to keep a track on that because, man, sometimes if it say like I get 50 orders or something like that, whoo, those are 50, because all my CSL pieces are handmade. Then I mean I gotta go home and fulfill 50 orders, and you know it's a process to this because it's very spiritual. This is energy, and I put appropriate energy into it. So you don't just get the energies that's in the stones themselves, but you get extra energies because I'm a Reiki master too, and I'm very passionate about my shit, like Erykah Badu say. So getting back to what I was saying. So the root chakra is for your foundation. It gives you a sense of identity, and it grounds you. Your sense of identity of who you are, and it grounds you to the planet Earth, to Mother Gaia, okay? To receive strength and stability, okay? And if that chakra is blocked up, you don't have a sense of identity, who you are. You don't have a sense of purpose. You don't know your sense of purpose, I should say. And you don't feel grounded and rooted and secure. Okay, so your second chakra is right in your navel area, and it's called your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is depicted by a red energy light. Okay, an orange energy light. I'm sorry, guys. A orange energy light, orange energy center, and in that sacral chakra area is your it's your seat of the soul. To tell you the truth, it's your seat of the soul. It's where your soul sits, because it's your spirituality concept that was taken away from us and replaced with religion. You know how you say you feel it in your gut? That's right there, your gut. That's your seat of your soul. That's where your soul, your essence of your being resides at, okay? And so, and your pleasure center as well. It's your pleasure center as well. And so, you know, it's where it's the opening to your soul. Your soul is able to feel. Your soul is an energy body that was given to us when we come here to be able to experience this 3D world, okay? Because if you don't have a soul, you can't feel, you can't experience this 3D world in its totality. I mean, you can exist, spirits can exist here, but they can't feel. They don't have any emotions. They can't enjoy. You get it? Like, because they don't have no soul. That's the seat of the soul. You get it? And so, okay, and when the soul is, a lot of us are injured in our sacral area chakras anyway, because our souls are injured. You know what I mean? By ideologies, programs, dogmas, and you know, just structures and all that, especially against the melanated people. we're mostly basically injured in our sacral chakra areas. Sexual abuse, any just trauma that we go through this experience, but we don't go through the process of healing appropriately, so we are injured in our sacral chakra. Okay, so the third chakra is the solar plexus chakra, and solar plexus chakra is right at the top of your rib cage. I want to say in that area, below your breastplate, right at the top of your rib cage, and it's depicted by yellow energy color. Energy wheel. I'm sorry, I was so distracted. Let me just focus. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the gym. I just want to make this video before I get out, and I'm just looking at everybody passing by because people are looking at me like, is she talking to herself? No, that's why I got this in my ear, so I can hear myself talk on the video, and at the same time I look like a weirdo, like I'm talking to myself. I'm a Leo, okay? I'm sorry, I'm a Leo. Images everything. So yeah, so the yellow solar plexus chakra energy wheel, it's like our birthing ground. It's where we give birth to our concepts and our ideas, and when people when we have a thought, that thought goes into, okay, first of all, you know how people say our thoughts go into the atmosphere? No, that's not the first origin of it. Our thoughts come from the atmosphere. Okay, our thoughts come from the great divine frequencies. It's a grid. Okay, it's a grid over the planet Earth, and that's where our thoughts come through that grid to us, based on what frequency you're vibrating up on. If you're vibrating on a low frequency, because when I say it comes down to us, it's our state of consciousness, okay? And I'm gonna go into it because I always say, oh, I'll say that for another video. No, I'm gonna go into it on this one. Our state, see, this body right here is just an avatar. It's just an avatar. It's a vehicle that we use on this 3D planet to be able to maneuver and to experience, okay? But for real, not everybody, okay? Soul beings, like I said, because everybody doesn't have a soul here. They look human, but they're just spirits or AIs or clones, okay? And you got to be able to discern the difference by the energy frequency that it gives off, okay? And the more you raise your vibrations, your energy vibrations, you can be able to discern these things and receive downloads. Okay, so soul beings, those spirits that have souls, which is just a vessel to be able to experience and express in this 3D realm, we come from, like I said, we come from all different parts of the cosmos, all different galaxies of the cosmos, to have an evolutionary process, okay? So we left our major soul because we couldn't come down here with our full wherewithal and our knowledge and our consciousness that we have out there in the cosmos and the other galaxies to come here to this school, because then that'd be a cheating. I'd be like, why you need to come to this evolutionary school if you're gonna come with all your thought process and all that and your divine senses, that because everybody don't have the same divine senses. You get what I'm saying? So we only came with a portion of our divine senses, and we came here, we came here, and so to speak, blind. You get it? And we came here and we adapted, we perused first of all the program, because the Matrix, the 3D world down here has this, it's a video game. Remember I told you? It's like when you step into these avatars have specific encoded information in and of itself that come from the Matrix. You know what I mean? It turns you from, just say if my name in the cosmos is just say if it's Raphael, because that's my spiritual name that I go by here, which means God has healed me, and God is within me. You get it? It's the highest aspect of my consciousness. Okay, so my consciousness, as I rise in levels, I am being healed, 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 healed. That's my name, Raphael, okay? So just say, for instance, in the cosmos, my name is Raphael, okay? And I got this divine wisdom and knowledge and all that stuff, right? And then I come down here and I step into this avatar. This avatar name is Tanya, which is really my true name. That's my avatar name. My avatar is this. My soul steps in. My spirit steps into a soul of Tanya. Okay, this body comes to Tanya, and so Tanya is born to such and such and such and such, and she has such and such siblings, and she's an indigenous person, meaning that her ancestors are organic to the planet, and they were the first settlers here. That's who I am, for real, for real. Okay, and so, but this body, you see those informational codes, those are energies that are encoded in me in my avatar life. Okay, that's who I am according to my avatar life. So I'm not Raphael no more, I'm Tanya, and those are the codes that are in my avatar life. So those are codes that are programmed in me and in my avatar, okay? And my mind, my brain, all that, okay? And so these energies and these ideas and these encoded informations are fostered, throughout your life. You get it as you go on. You form a sense of idea of who you are. You know who you are. So your root chakra is beaming. You know what I mean? It's balanced. It's open and balanced. But then when you get to the point where the colonizers started coming over there and raping your ancestors and rewriting your history and all that and stripping you of your identity, changing you from Aboriginal to indigenous to what is it? What was it? Colored to Negro to African American. No, Afro-American, then African-American, and then black. They keep doing this because they're trying to keep your root chakra thrown off, so your root chakra don't be open and balanced, so you don't have that stability in life. You can keep being thrown off. You get what I'm saying? You can always be second guessing, triple guessing, and quadruple guessing yourself, and not knowing who the hell you are or what your sense of purpose is. You get it? Because when you become distracted like that, you can't navigate through the game optimally and fulfill it. You get what I'm saying? And with our spirituality too, they strip you of your spirituality and give you religion to throw you off, to keep you, and they can control you that way because they can't control you if you fully focus and all your energies centers are open and vibrating high and balanced, and you just, man, those are your power pellets, like you eat in the Miss Pac-Man game. Those are your power pellets to give you that extra energy so you can navigate through life and you can see through the matrix. You can see through all that bullshit. You get it? But if they're not open and balanced, and then you believe whatever, you become okie doke, like we have been for generations and generations and generations and generations. That's what they mean by, in the conglomerate book of scripts, about the fall from grace. It's actually the fall from frequency, because our ancestors back in the days, they knew this knowledge. They hadn't failed from frequency. Those are the original people upon this planet. They came here and they knew all their chakras were open and balanced, because this is like I said, this is a duality planet, so everything was in a state of balance. Just say, like I said, because negative energy has to be here too, and for the positive energy to evolve. And just say, for instance, when I say balance, and it was balance and order here, just say, for instance, it was 10,000 negative beings and 10,000 positive beings, soul beings that came down here, and everything was out of balance. The negative beings, the beings without the souls, they trigger us and challenge us, bring up opposition to us to be challenged, so we can rise above it, like I said, seek the knowledge and all that, like I said, and then you expand, you grow your light, your energy light gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That means your power gets bigger and bigger and bigger, because your consciousness expands. And inside your consciousness is higher knowledge. You get it? So, but when you don't rise to the challenge becomes a struggle in your life. You get it? And when you struggle in your life, you become imprisoned, you become trapped, you become stuck. You get it what I'm saying there? And that means you don't rise to another level in your program. You get it, to be able, because you got a set program that was constructed by your oversoul. You know, the part of this, the part of the whole being of you that you stepped out of. A part of your spirit stepped out of that soul to come down here to have that experience. So, your oversoul, that's what I call it, it designed the script for you to come down here and to evolve, because that oversoul is directly connected to the source, which is source is the most high, the all, that is in all, and that is all. You get it? And it's for your highest good. So when you don't rise to that challenge, you become stuck. Like I said, you become in prison, you become trapped. And when you become those things, the matrix, this consciousness down here, is able to control you and keep you blindfold. Like a Miss Pac-Man, the ghosts keep eating you up. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So, okay, the next chakra is your heart chakra. And this is what I be telling people. And I be like, respond, react, and create from your heart chakra. And I don't mean the red heart chakra, oh my heart, that is natural, not that natural heart. I'm talking about the energy center. It's depicted by a green energy wheel that, conducts, that gives energy to the heart. Okay? And so I'm talking about that source. Okay, I'm not talking about the creation of that source, which is a normal heart depicted by the red heart. Everybody say that's an emotion. That's an emotion base. But I'm talking about the energy center wheel that gives that creation of the energy, and it's depicted by a green energy beam, and it's called the heart chakra. And on this heart chakra, that is like reaching your Christ consciousness. You know what I mean? You have the consciousness of a Christ. Yeshua. Okay, when he came down here, he said, people said he's the Christ. Yeah, well, what they were really saying is, without the deception, I'm going to decode this part of the Bible. And like I said, the conglomerate books of scripts, slash Bible, is meant for you to decode. Okay, it's full of mysteries. Okay, it's meant for you to decode. And the way you decode it is not intellectually. You get it? It's spiritually and energetically based on your consciousness, your levels of consciousness. Intellectuality has a level of consciousness too, but it's on the lower end of the spectrum because it's matrix based. Okay? So when you supersede intellectual consciousness, you step into your spirituality, the divine consciousness. Okay? And so with that being said, that heart chakra is open when you develop and operate. That heart chakra is open when you develop and ascend to the Christ consciousness. Okay, the Christ consciousness is an office. Okay, it's not a person. It's not a one person. Okay, Yeshua, what they call Jesus, he fulfilled the Christ consciousness. Okay, because he was vibrating so high that he fulfilled it. He was the epitome of the Christ consciousness. I mean, he was our epitome as far as our when I say epitome, I mean as far as our example of obtaining the Christ consciousness. And that means a level and frequency where you are into your spirituality and you have tapped into more of the divine, on loving. Not the red heart chakra loving, because that's temporal and that's based on circumstances and situations. But the Christ consciousness, green heart chakra love is just love, just completely. I can't even really explain it, because it's not being a dumbass either and being walked over. It's wisdom. You get it? It's a higher level of consciousness, and wisdom. That means you took that knowledge on that higher level of consciousness and you applying it in your day-to-day life, and it's wisdom. You get what I'm saying? It makes you wise. So it's based on that, and it's, it's everything that is high, everything that is good for your being. That's where the heart chakra comes. Whatever you do for your highest good, you're doing for the highest good of others as well. Okay? So keep that in mind. Whatever you do for your highest good, It's done for the highest good of others, because what you do for your highest good is according to your purpose, your sole purpose in this life. Okay, and it intentionally does no harm to any other soul being. Okay, because it enables other soul beings to be able to facilitate their highest good as well. Okay. Now, and it's wise. It reaches a certain level in consciousness that when you know better, you do better. You get it? Okay. And just to let you know that Yahshua, okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. Yahshua didn't die on a cross, okay, for nobody's sins, okay. No, and sin is not even a word. It's just like it really means you missed the mark according to your own evolutionary process, okay. And so who do you have to be sorry for when you miss the mark on your own evolutionary process? Nobody but to yourself. It's your journey. Okay, it's your journey. So you're really telling your higher self, the highest aspect of you, this part of you that you stepped out of, oh, I'm sorry, I missed the mark, I sinned. You get what I'm saying? I talk to my higher self all the time. I be like, oh man, I missed that this time. I didn't get it this time. But give me the strength and the energy and the wherewithal. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get it the next time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there's no penalty for missing the mark as dying and go to hell and all that. When you miss the mark and it's something that is not for your highest good, then you put yourself in a hellish state. Okay, you lower your vibrations, and the more you keep missing the mark, you keep lowering your vibration, and you put yourself in a hellish state. You get what I'm saying? The more you raise your vibrations and doing things that are according for your highest good, according to your soul's purpose, you put yourself in heaven, in bliss. You get it? That's what heaven and hell means, okay? That means to the highest end of the spectrum in your your program and your process, to the lowest end of the spectrum of your program and your process. Feel like heaven, feel like hell. So raise your vibrations. Do things that are according to for your highest good. Okay, do things that are according. I always put things to the love test before I do it. I'd be like, whatever I'm doing, or is it going to hurt anybody? It's going to bring pain and and recourse to anybody unduly. Is that the word I'm looking for? Unduly, unreasonably. You know what I mean? And then if it does, I'll be like, no, I'm not going to do it, because then obviously it's not for my higher good. There's another way to get it done. You get what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted, because it's going to be a time you got to put some chastising in. You get what I'm saying? For your highest good. And you got to use wisdom when that's necessary too. You see, the conglomerate book of scripts try to tell you, oh, when something is done to you, turn the other cheek, turn. No, that's some bullshit to keep you controlled. Okay, like it even tell you, we are sheep being led to the slaughter. Yeah, because those who are not woke and who energy centers are not open and vibrating, yeah, you become prey. You get it? They be able to control you and manipulate you. And so, no, that's not the game at all. That's not the get down. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to do some chastising sometime for your highest good. You get it? And chastising is warranted a lot. For the other person, it could be, to be checked and be like, hey, obviously what I did to initiate that is something that wasn't for my highest good either. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is able to reset and rebalance with some proper chastisement. But then there's some chastisement that people do according to their ego, because they want to feel big and all that all the time. Nah, that's not for your highest good either. And you might feel big right there, but guess what? You just lowered your vibration, and if you keep lowering your vibration, you fall off that frequency, you go to another one. And guess what? That energy got to be, and so whatever's on that low vibration is going to be privy, you're going to be privy to, it's going to fall into your life. And guess what? The shit you do to somebody else is not for their highest good, and that's for their highest good. That energy is going to be returned back to you. So when you do things for your highest good, and it facilitates somebody else to do something for their highest good too, that energy is going to be returned back to you, and you're going to be rewarded through life. It's the universal law of reaping and sowing, okay? And so that's just how that go. And same vice versa. You know, if you do it on the negative aspect, vice same thing. Okay, so with that being said, I think I'm just going off further and further. So let me just go back to the energy chakras. Okay, I left out, that was the heart chakra, the Christ consciousness chakra. Okay, and when you manifest and you place intentions, and when you reach that heart chakra, that's why you got to, you know, get energy healing, like Reiki energy master, Reiki healing from a Reiki master. You know what I mean, to be able to open and balance your chakras, or if you know how to do it yourself. I'm a Reiki master, me and my girl, but I be liking to teach people to do it themselves, because, you know, like, I'm a UPS driver too, she a UPS supervisor, and we at work, and so, you know, like, because it's processes that we got to go through, you know, when we give energy healing to other people. First, we got to build our energy up to be able to do energy work on you, and then the negative energy that we take from you, you know, balance out of your chakras, we got to go through a process of cleaning our energy, you know, so it won't stick onto our aura fields, and then we're opening ourselves to whatever negative energies that are stuck on your, or are blocking your energy chakras. Like, those negative energies try to be rebellious, and they try to, you know, attack us because they don't want to get unstuck from your energy fields, you know what I mean, and all that. So it's a lot, and that's why it usually costs a lot too, you know what I mean, because you guys don't, you have no understanding or no idea what the practitioner has to go through, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and so that's why I like to teach people how to do it themselves. You get what I'm saying? You could do it through frequency pure tones, and, you know, I mean, it's ways. And now I'm off work right now for a couple months because I had a surgical procedure done. You know, I had something done, and I'm off work for a couple months, and I have time to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to offer my Reiki healing sessions again more frequently than I used to, or not. You know what I mean? And even my gifts is to the point where I could do Reiki, and I'm so sensitive to energy. I could do Reiki energy healing through the internet. I could do it via you know, like FaceTime and stuff like that. I could see your aura. Like, I'm looking at my aura right now. Like, I could read your aura, and your aura is the colors of your energy centers, and it's like a rainbow around you, and you could tell, like, when one is damaged, you could see it. Like, if one is damaged, or either one of them is damaged, or if all of them are damaged, that means you got some blockages there. And you can see, like, demonic energy auras have, like, black around their aura field, and then you got the one, and those are the usually ones that are no soul, or that's been overtaken. Your soul is gone. Some spirit that overtook in your vessel, your avatar, and your ass is in a sunken place somewhere. You get it? Or or do you have some that's have gray, like gray lines, a gray band of energy around their aura field? I mean, this motherfucker is just negative, man. This motherfucker just probably done been through so much in life, don't know shit about energy chakras and none of that, eating meat that's full of all this freaking GMO and low vibration, you know, trauma and that the animal went through when it was killed, and rituals was done over it. This motherfucker is just low vibrational. I mean, like, fucking scum. Well, their soul is injured. They have a soul, and that's how you know, because it's gray. That means they do have a soul that's injured. And then you got some, you know, that just like have sharp, jagged edges around it. I mean, they just going through every day-to-day life. That's a soul being, and, you know, they good people. They just don't know how to do no better. They just trying. That's how mine used to be before I woke up. It was gray. It was like not really gray, but around my, put it like this, around my energy field, like it was jagged, like sharp, like little jagged. It wasn't smooth and straight around. Oh, no. It was just like jagged, you know what I mean? And it had like a little, around the exterior, you could see it was like a tinge of because it's usually around the exterior, it's like white and crystal, but it was like kind of gray tainted, like. And I think that's the majorities of a lot of people who are just basic, people trying to make it day to day or whatever. So those are the ones that are, it takes some work to balance those out, but you're not far-fetched off. It can be done. Shit, I'm prime example. Look at me, man. I used to be a dope dealer, a gangbanger, all that, man. I went to prison for 14 flat years. I had got a 16-year sentence. I did 85% of that, 14 flat years. Like, my mom looked at me and she just called me her miracle. Me and my brother, she called us our miracles. And we what people so-called upstanding citizens now, but what we did, we never did anything to hurt anybody. We was just out trying to survive, get our money. You get what I'm saying? And the matrix system made laws against it, and the things that we were doing to make our money wasn't for our highest good or the highest good of anybody else, because screw what the matrix think. If it was, we would have trumped in it, we would have prevailed, but we didn't. It took us down lower and lower frequencies. Okay, so moving on. The next chakra, where did I leave out the heart? The next chakra is the throat chakra. As you can see, mine is open and balanced. Mine probably too open, man. I probably need to balance it out a little bit, because I get my talk on, especially if it's a topic that I'm passionate about, man, like this. I'm passionate about this here, man, because once you know the truth, man, the truth shall set you free, and I'm liberated, boo. And I be trying to liberate my people. You know what I'm saying? When I say my people, I'm not just talking about black people, so-called black people, because we're not black. That's a word that's like, no. Either you are indigenous, native people, you know what I mean, aboriginals, because you really are. I mean, that you come from a bloodline that are the first settlers on this planet, or you are like an African person, like they were not the first settlers, but they are are of a different lineage, but they reside in Africa, and they're Africans. They not because just so they live at, that's their bloodline of those ancestors, or whatever. And and for real, no, oh man, I can't, because it is what it is. So, let me stick to word. We're definitely gonna start making other videos, okay? Because it's levels. It's really levels. Who begat who begat who begat who. It's really levels. Okay, so as far as natives to this land, okay, and it's levels to everything. But I was thinking of an aspect of natives being a native to this land, to this earth. Okay, so but anyway, so your throat chakra, it's the blue color blue, and the third color, the throat chakra is depicted by a blue energy wheel center, and when it's blocked, you're not easily able to express yourself, you're not easily able to communicate, and things of that nature. Whatever was done to you, you experienced in your life that caused you to have a blockage. Maybe your mom or your daddy, somebody told you talk too much, or somebody told you when you talk, you stupid, you sound stupid, or you know what I mean, or a trauma occurred in your life, and damage, and it injured you in your sacral chakra, where you'll see to your soul, and it caused you to just you don't want to talk. It just caused you not to express yourself. So see, like, more than one chakra could be damaged at the same time, obviously, right? So that would be a sign that your throat chakra, your sacral chakra is damaged, and your throat chakra is damaged, and then it probably knocked you off so much you don't even know who you are no more, or what you're here for, and that means your root chakra is damaged. So all of them could be damaged. You feel what I'm saying? And okay, so that's that, and it gives you the ability to speak your truth beyond stereotypes. Forget, they say, oh, you're a man, you're a woman, these are the roles that you're supposed to play. Okay, those are, I'm gonna tell you, gender roles are matrix adapted roles. Okay, those are matrix created roles, I should say. Okay, because inside every soul being, you have feminine and masculine energies inside every soul being. Okay, and they're supposed to be in unison. Okay, you're supposed to be able to experience and express this world on earth with those energies being in unison together. You get what I'm saying? And so when one is overriding the other, then just say one is overriding the other, and it's the masculine energies overriding the feminine energies, you off balance. You get what I'm saying? And then if it's the other way, the feminine energies overriding the masculine energy, you off balance. But when they're together in unison, then you're facilitating through life optimally. Your energy synergies are together, because masculine energies have the energies of are encoded with information of practicality, logical thinking, and things of that nature. And your feminine energies are programmed with information of creativity and expression, and uniqueness, and things of that matter. So if you have all those energies balanced and working together at the same time, you're a dynamic cat. You get it? But, like I said, circumstances and situations occur in your life where they would throw them off balance. And so you'd be like, oh, I'm a man, da, da, da. I'm the king of the jungle. Or I'm a woman, and I'm docile, and I'm to be walked over, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's where gender roles come into play. And the Matrix uses those and tell you, you're a man, you're a woman, you're supposed to act this way, you're supposed to act that way. It's not going to tell you you're really a soul being, which is a divine spiritual being, and your energy is supposed to be in balance. You're neither man or woman. You just are. You're a spiritually balanced being. You get it? That's able to bear fruit of a child, or that's able to be, because see, when you here's the thing, like when two people come together to make a baby, they're not making that soul. They're just creating a vessel. They're just creating a vessel for a soul, a spirit to come down. And hopefully that spirit that jumps into that vessel is a soul being spirit, that's supposed to come down here, and came down here equipped with the soul and everything. You get it? But, you got, like I said, you got not only do you got spirits that can come in and jump into avatar vessel and take you over and knock your soul down into the sunken place some damn where. You got spirits because of the CERN machine. The collider is colliding particles together and all that, trying to spit particles. What they're actually doing is putting a hole in our ozone, and not our ozone layer, but our atmosphere, and knocking our grid down, where these low vibrational spirits can just come in. You get it? And shit, they see a vessel being made, and they jumping into that celestial wind, that celestial world, and they just come straight into that mother's womb and wait to be born. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And so, so that can happen that way too. I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but yeah, man, that can happen like that too, man. Because these low vibrational energies, like I said, it's the world that we live in is not balanced anymore. You get it? Like back in the Atlantean days, they were messing with the grid, and they was having so much energetical situations going on with the gold and stuff, and they was trying to tap in, to the cosmos, the great divine, back to their higher God selves, you know what I mean? And because their crown chakras had got disconnected, they was messing around with that, and they flipped the grid, and when the grid fell down, all these negative low vibrational beings were able to come in. Okay, so here's the thing. What I was gonna say, okay, so when our souls came down here, the first before the fallen frequency, when our souls came down here, like I said, it was supposed to be, you had to be a certain level, you had to be vibrating at a certain, your spirit had to be vibrating at a certain frequency, and to be able to come down here. Like, I think planet Earth is 342 hertz, so you have to be vibrating at least 342 hertz as a soul being to be able to come down here, okay? And then whatever number those soul beings are, that's the same level number of negative beings that were able to come. Get it? So it could be a balance. And I told you why that was necessary. So when the grid fell down, those low vibrational beings, they was able to, those spirits just came in by the drones. And why? Because, somebody, one of our ancestors had started doing gene splicing and shit, and breaking down the DNA of our vessels, to create low vibrational vessels, so those low vibrational spirits can live in there. You get it? So they have to be a vibrational match. So they broke down the melanin gene down to its lowest form. And I'm not racist. This is just facts right here, which is the the white people's looking vessel, and so because that's just our vessel, our DNA gene broken down to its lowest term. Okay, and so that's what it is. It has no melanin or a trace of melanin in it. You know what I'm saying? But then you have those white people that do have melanin in them. You can see them. They could get brown tans and all that. It's because they have a higher concentration of melanin in their DNA. Okay, and when they have a higher concentration of melanin in them, let me tell you this. Then that means that they have a soul. Okay, that means they have a soul. It's a soul inside of there. Okay, I'm telling you, if they don't have, that's not the only telltale sign. That's one of the telltale signs. Okay, but man, you just have to be spiritually discern. You have to be vibrating to a point where you can be spiritually discern these things and energetically discern them. When I say spiritually, it's energetically discerning these things. Okay, but because I'm telling you, like people say, that race is crap. That's a program here on this planet to keep people in hostile manner. You know what I mean? To keep the world in hostility. And when the world stays in hostility in that low vibration form caused by anything, the matrix is able to, the low vibration entities that took over the matrix, overrode the programs, they're able to absorb that energy and stay in power and be strong. You get what I'm saying? And so, so they originated a whole lot of different programs that keep people at odds with each other. You know what I'm saying? Art, like religion and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Racism, all that stuff. Popularity status, economical status, all that stuff, to keep the world and the occupants at odds with each other, to constantly create a hostile environment because they thrive off that energy. You know what I mean? So, okay, where was I at? Okay, so let's go. So the throat chakra, I just told you about that. Let's go to the next chakra, which is the third eye chakra. Now, this third eye chakra is connected to your pineal gland. Okay, your pineal gland is an antenna. A lot of people like to say it as an eye. It is an eye because you're able to see beyond the veil. That's why you're able to see beyond the deception. You get it? You get to see things for what it really is. And so what it is, it's an antenna. Seriously, that's what I like to describe it as. It's an antenna that allows you to pick up frequencies from your higher self, your higher consciousness. Remember I told you your oversoul that you step down, which is the highest consciousness of yourself. It gives you the ability to tap into your high consciousness to a certain level. You get what I'm saying? So, and that higher consciousness is going to give you a higher insights and downloads. That means information. You know what I mean? Because this avatar is a computer. And your higher self is sending the energy signals down to your avatar, which is your computer, which is downloads. You get it? And when it's blocked, you can't see beyond the matrix. You can't see beyond the veil. You just stuck, controlled by all the different programs that are in the matrix. And there's no evolution. There's no evolving. You know what I mean? Okay, so and the next one is your crown chakra. Your crown chakra connects you directly to your oversoul, man. It connects you directly to your oversoul, which is connected directly to the source, the all that is all and in all. It gives you a higher connection, like the ultimate connection. As far as this game is concerned, because chakras are only necessary for different matrices and different planets. Like in different planets, you got a different kind of chakra system. In this planet Earth, the chakra system we got here, the energy centers to keep this avatar moving and going and able to transmit and receive. And so, yeah, that's what that is. So, When your crown chakra is lit, it's depicted. Oh, I'm sorry. Your third eye chakra is depicted by a purple light. People like to say blue, but I always see purple. Like, it's blue because that's your throat chakra. You see that light from your throat chakra going up when you're speaking your truth, right? You're speaking the insight that you see, but that don't necessarily means that it's open to the point where the purple sets in, because it's purple like lavender. When it sets in right here, when your oh, okay, I just received a download. It's blue when it's open but not balanced, because it's, it's open, and you're speaking what you see, you speaking your inner truth, but it's not balanced all the way. And when it becomes balanced all the way, this third eye chakra, you see a purple energy center right here. That means it is open and balanced. Okay, so now the crown chakra. The crown chakra is depicted by a white light. And that white light is just it's the pure connection energy. It's pure energy. It's primordial. It's pure energy. And it's connected to primordial energy source. And primordial energy source is what we like to call the Most High, the Supreme Being God, which is a primordial energy force. It's neither a man or a woman. It's the unison of feminine divine energy and masculine divine energy. That's what it is. So I hope that answered your any of your questions that you might have, and explained some things to you about who we are and why we're here, and what, and that how everything on this planet is programs, and all things are permissible to you, but doesn't mean all things are beneficial to you, to my programs and what have you. And that program, that, and everything has a little bit of good positivity in it. Like I said, deception and truth are mingled together. So I take a little bit from everything, because whatever resonates with me, and it's in level. I may say something today that tomorrow I may receive a higher revelation in it, meaning that my vibrations went up to a higher frequency, and so I'm able to get that understanding, that information on a higher level. You get what I'm saying? And shit, I may have told you something today, and the next day I get it more reaffirmed, more precisely on what it really is, more in depth, on a more in depth measure. And it may seem like the opposite sometimes, but that's evolution. That's how you grow, and that's why you go within. You tap in, you meditate, and all the answers that you need are already within you. You just got to raise your vibration up to be able to ascend to that level of consciousness, was based on what frequency that you're operating on within at that time. Okay, so homosexual, heterosexual, none of it's wrong. Okay, none of it's wrong. They're all necessary to perform different job assignments. Okay, so different things. If you want to have a baby, then allow yourself to be able to reproduce with a masculine energy. Okay, and if you don't want to have a baby and you just want to have you evolve, and maybe that's not what your soul came to experience, and then you focus on blending your energies, bringing a balance to them. You get what I'm saying? And then just focus on that and have a kundalini experience. A kundalini experience is when the serpent energy arises through your spine, which is your nervical centers. It rises from the base of your root chakra in the back of your butt, because that's the back of the root chakra. It rises from there, which is really starts in your genital areas. It starts from there and it rises all the way, and it lights up all your chakras, coming up even unto your crown chakra. And it's a black chakra energy center too, which is at the very top, and that's the primordial energy force connector. Okay, it connects you straight to the cosmos. I mean, just the to where you came from. And I know where I came from. I don't want to put that out there, because even though these oppositional forces, they know more about us than we know, because we're still awakening. You just don't want to give it to them, make it easy for them. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I know who I am. And so you just tap in, you continue to meditate. When you say meditate, you get in a quiet, still place, and you just tune in. You just put your focus and your thoughts on the inside. When I do that, my eyeballs seem heavy as if they turn back on the inside. That's how, because my eyes are closed, but it feel like to me when my eyes closed that my eyeballs have turned inwards. Maybe that's just me, but I get deep, and I go deep, and I get deep, and whatever experience I have, on that level of consciousness, I experience it or I receive it or whatever. So that's what that is, okay? So make sure that, it's important to feed your physical body the appropriate foods, because you got foods that are hella low vibrational. Like I said, energy never dies, man. It just transfers. Even when people so-called, die from this planet, they're not dead, man. They gave planet Earth back their vessel, which is dust, organic to the planet, which is dust from the soil, so to speak. It's organic. It came from the earth. Mother Earth provided you with that vessel through your mom and dad when they made you. You know what I mean? It came from the earth. Mother Earth provided you with that vessel. So you just giving Mother Earth her vessel back, and you're transitioning into another dimension to further on your journey. Or you may be one of those soul beings who came here to help out. You get what I'm saying? Help the soul beings evolve here. So you will go, and stay. You will stay around in the spiritual realm, and you will go to those beings, that wherever your help is needed, your assignment it is, whatever it is. I don't know. And because I know a lot of my ancestors, when they crossed over, they went and reported to where they had to report it to, but they came back and they, I know that a lot of them are my guides and my archangels and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's the ancestors, you guys. It's your ancestors. The Roman Empire and the Greeks, they gave them all these different names, archangels and da-da-da. They're really your ancestors, man, both known and unknown, and they all don't have your best interests at heart. Do all your family members have your best interests at heart? Hell to the no. Well, all your ancestors that crossed over, they don't have your best interests at heart either. So you feel what I'm saying? Don't even depend on them to help you, because them be the ones that we call so-called demons that want to come trip you up. They didn't have your best interests at heart here either. You get what I'm saying, or whatever. And so, and they still, even after they transitioned on, they still wasn't able to mend their soul, or gain enough awareness and wherewithal to evolve to a higher dimension or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of them know this, and so they don't want to cross over. And because you can go into the astral realm. You go into the astral realm after you transition from this dimension, but they don't want to go through the further process to go through and be able to reconnect with their oversoul. And then they 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have to go to 9 times out of 10 they have to go to what we call a Sephra, because this is a Sephra too, another video game, because your higher self would be like, nope, you can't connect back, you didn't complete the mission, or you didn't grow your life, expand your light far enough to be able to come back and connect to me. So you have to go to another video game called a Sephra. Planet Earth is a Sephra too, and based on where your energy level is when you transition, that's the Sephra you have to go to be able to complete the process. Like, you probably, say for instance, you came here with 352 hertz worth of energy, but when you left here in transition, you only had 158 hertz energy. That's your energy. I like to call it your inner chi. Inner chi. You get what I'm saying? That's where the word energy come from. It's your inner chi. You get what I'm saying? So if it decreased, then you have to go to another dimension that's in a lower realm than this, and that means more worse than this, to have to do it again. Have to go through that process again. But if you completed your whatever your mission was when you came here, like I said, when you crossed over, you can either go send to the 10th dimension, which is the astral realm, and you could wait for for this game to be over, so to speak, or you love your family, and you connected to what, if you love your family members, you're going to want to come back down here and try to in the astral realm and try to help them work it out. Or some souls, spirits even come back and reincarnate so they can help them out, but they become back on a higher frequency. You get what I'm saying? And so they come back with higher levels of energy, or they just stay in the astral realm and guide you. Those are your angels. You get what I'm saying? And or things of that nature. Or they go on to like I said, they have to go on to their evolutionary process because they didn't finish it here. or it could be a higher evolutionary process. They go on to that. But then those are the ones who are able. Sorry, y'all, I'm back. My phone rung. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. I'm gonna make it real quick because I've been in this car an hour, man. But I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So what I was saying is, some of your family members, like I said, if they completed their assignment, they're able to go into other realms of realities and coming back and forth. Like my auntie told my brother, my transition auntie Jean told my brother, Cedric, she was like, because she revealed herself to him here, and he was like, Jean, like, how do you get to come back here? And she was like, oh, Cedric, she was like, we come and go as we please. Like, bro, you better, she didn't want to tell him too much according to things he haven't discovered in his evolutionary process, because it is your journey to discover. But she was just basically letting him know, bro, we one of them spirits that, boy, we got judicial rank. We come and go as we please. And so she's of our bloodline. You get what I'm saying? Because when he told us that, man, I was already at a level in my evolutionary process. I was on the brink of that, and it just blew it open to me. It was just like, I knew it just gave me, it was like a power pellet to me to go to, to receive a bigger awareness, like that. So, and my brother, he was already on it. He already kind of like knew low-key anyway, what being he was at that time. So, yeah, I just want to show my, this the shit band on ConsciousSoulLiving.com. This is called the shit band, and it's the acronyms SH and then a small I and T, and those acronyms stand for Shungite, Hematite, and Tiger's Eye. And these right here, the Shungite in here, it helps you, protects you from low vibrational signal waves like EMFs coming from cell phones, cell towers, especially that deadly ass 5G, man. It actually attenuate the energies, because these Shungite stones are found in the mountains of Russia, and they have fullerenes in them. They're the noble Shungites. Those are the ones that have fullerenes in them. All Shungite stones don't have fullerenes in them, which are energy conductors in there. And so this, when those energy signals, those low vibrational energy signals come to you, they change the charge. They don't repel them like tourmaline and all that. They attenuate, they change the charge. You feel what I'm saying? And so if it's a negative charge, it's going to change it to a positive charge coming to you. So those energies will be good for your aura field, your energy body, remember? And then the Tiger's Eye, which is this one right here, it has encoded information, energies of courage, wisdom, power, focus, and things of that nature. So those energies that all these energies connect onto your aura field, enhancing your aura field with those energies. And those encoded information is now in your energy center, now in your aura field, in your energy band, and you're able to utilize those energies. You get it? And the other one is Hematite, and this helps your root chakra and your sacral chakra, and it helps you ground yourself and become connected. It gives the information in those energies. It helps you ground yourself and become connected with your source of identity, your source of purpose, your foundation. It helps you, in your survival skills on this earth, and so you can be able to handle your money better. Just everything that secures a foundation for you. Okay, and so yeah, and these are made by me. And I sell them on my website for an equal energy exchange. It's a lot of energies that go into this. And also in my pieces, like this one specifically in the shit band, it's infused with Solfeggio pure tone frequency, and of the miracle frequency tone, the energy. Oh man, that man fell. I'm gonna get out the car, y'all. Oh God, he fell. Hope he all right. So with the energy frequency, Solfeggio pure tones of energy, whatever's blocked in your energy centers, it dissolves blockages in your energy centers and all that. Like I put power packs in my stones. So if you go and you read the description on my website for the CSL pieces, each individual CSL piece is always long, because I be trying to tell you, I be trying to educate you on everything that I put in that stone. I try to educate you on the energy that comes encoded in the stone in and of itself, and then the energies that I actually put into the stones too through Solfeggio pure tones. You get it? This one right here, It's called the Renegade to Mercury's Retrograde. I actually designed this when Mercury went in retrograde. So all these different stones right here are the energies that you needed to combat and to facilitate and navigate fully in this matrix realm is when Mercury went in retrograde. So it is so powerful that after Mercury came out of retrograde, you know, I took it off the website. But a lot of people was like, put that back on the website because it's still necessary. And they were right. It is, because look at all those different stones right there. They help and facilitate all kind of different energy chakras, and they're encoded with different energies. It's a renegade band, man. And so I put it back on by popular demand. But yeah, man, so, you know, I hope I answered a lot of your questions or whatever. I'm gonna get out and go in here. But like I said, till the next time, I send you love and light energy. But I also want you to understand, and overstand that you are to use whatever program as a foundation. A lot of people's foundation is the Bible, Islam, Hindu, or whatever. And inside all those different programs, there's some deception and truth, okay? So whatever program you have, there's always some deception and truth. Use it as your building block to start on, but always expand and seek knowledge. You know, seek knowledge. Raise your vibrations and seek knowledge to raise you higher in consciousness. And you grow. See how that look like a pyramid? See how that look like a triangle pyramid? Because pyramids are vessels that are able to hold the most voluminous amounts of vibrations, okay, and energies. And your body, the vessel, the avatar, I should say, with the most melanin in it, has the capacity to hold the most informational codes, okay? And informational codes are cascaded down through us through the sun. You see how the sun had those rainbow colored rays when it shines down upon us. Those are different energy codes that are being sent down to us at various times. You know, the sun. And the same thing with the moon. It has energy codes, divine feminine energies that are being sent down to us. You get it? And it's just a lot. That's for another video. But like I said, use your foundation just as a platform to build upon. Don't stay there, because if you stay there, anything that causes you to just say this is the end all be all, this source of information, is deceptive, because what it's trying to do is keep you in a box, in a square, in a rectangle. Because once you stay in a square or rectangle, there's no room for you to expand or grow. There's no room for you to continue to seek knowledge and expand. Circles, you see these spears, they enable you to expand and to grow. You get it? And pyramids enable you to expand and to grow higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. You get it? That's what I'm saying. I love you, and until the next time, stay safe and expand and grow your life, for sure.